Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Guys, it is Wednesday, and I got to tell you, every time I hear that First Family intro, I get revved up even more than I normally am. Thank you, Lexi. Lexi created that issue. We love our Detroit office. Guys, we've got a great show for you today. Let's bring everybody on. Let's go clockwise. The Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos. He's been busting books all season long again. Don Buster, and the best-looking guy on this panel. And that's no small task. KT, Kevin Thomas. Good morning, Pavlos. How are you today?
Doing great. We have the soccer is on a small pause, the club soccer, but we got international matches and some really, really interesting, matches from South America. So I couldn't be happier. And I hope you guys have a few winners for us tonight.
We do. Don and Kevin, Dion and myself, we're going to bring it today. We got stuff in baseball. We got stuff in NFL. But everybody I know is looking forward to you bringing what you do, man. Pavlos, because you are the best I've ever seen in soccer. Let's go over to Don Buster. Don, I've got to tell you, it's always a treat to have you on every show that we do because you're such a delight. You're such a good guy. You're a great capper. Your integrity is unrivaled in the world, period, let alone in this business. I mean, as a person, you're one of the classiest people I've ever met, but in this business, you take it to another level. The first thing that Dion and I noticed was your background today. Where are you at today?
I'm just up at a little cottage, let's just say, up in Canada here. And we're enjoying the last little bit of summer, and then on my way to Mexico the first week of October, actually maybe the second week of October.
I gotta tell you, Don, you live like Jimmy Buffett. I gotta tell you,
you
live like a rock star. I'm telling you right, and I love that because it reflects in your personality that you have this wonderful lifestyle that you've created for yourself, and I'm very happy for you. But that background is just gorgeous.
Well, Joe, I've watched you and Dionne all through Vegas. They're doing all kinds of sweet stuff yourself. So believe me, I know that you guys have made a good life for yourself as well. And
when you
as I always say, Joe, you know what? Life is for living, not just, but a lot of people work way too hard, way too long, and just work for money. It's not about the money. Well, it is about the money, but still, it's nice to be able to do what you want, when you want, and be able to do what we do for a living, because like I say, you put in a lot of hours this time of year, tons and tons of hours. I think I messaged you my play. What was that? About 3:00 this morning?
Yes.
Absolutely. Crazy thing was I was up. So funny stuff. But Don, I will tell you, when you have somebody next to you, sometimes behind you, sometimes in front of you, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in a minute, like Dion, life is always worth living. When I say next to you, someone to enjoy life with, someone behind you to support you, and sometimes in front of you, I know I'm a tough guy, to even block you and defend you. So when you have someone like Dion, life is worth living every single day. And you're right, though. Let's go. I love you, honey. Let's go to Kevin Thomas. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, guys. Happy birthday week, Dionne.
I'm sorry. Oh, thank you.
Now, Kevin and I have a little bet going. It's not going to start yet, Kevin, because I didn't do my intro yet. Guys, I'm lowering the amount of fluff we do in the beginning of the show. I want to go right into some stuff. So Kevin and I have a bet. I first said 2.5 minutes. There's no way I'm going to do it. But I made the over minus $1.50. I've got a few things I like to talk to everybody about very quickly. First of all, it's Dion's birthday week. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We love you, Dion. You look great for 29. I love you. Guys, SportsMemo is a family, and one of our family members has a son turning 16 today. We just want to wish you a happy birthday. God bless, young man.
Happy sweet 16.
All the happiness, the peace, the love, and the laughter the world can give you. Happy birthday. From all of us here at SportsMemo to you, happy birthday. San Gennaro Feast is hitting Vegas, the 42nd annual San Gennaro Feast, guys. Let me tell you, it is an Italian Sicilian international festival. It is great. Food, music, concession stands, rides, and games. Dion and I will be there. I have an affiliation with the Feast for 40 years. It is over at the M Resort. You don't want to miss it. It starts tonight, goes through the 25th. It's a great thing for the girls to go, the guys to go to meet girls, or if you want to meet guys, whatever you want to do, that's your business. But it's a great thing for the family, guys. A lot of fun. Some of the best entertainers in Vegas will be headlining.
And bring an appetite.
Bring an appetite.
So many good stands.
Bring an appetite. Go there with fat people, so when you leave, you don't look as fat. Trust me, I'm telling you right now. Also, Monday's Dark, our favorite charity here in Vegas. Go to mondaysdark.com. Our good friend Mark Chinook, who you know, he's the hype man for ESPN Boxing. He's the hype man for the Golden Knights. He's the hype man for the Raiders, who I just got to see on Sunday. Did a great job hyping the Raiders up. It wasn't easy to hype the Raiders up at the end of that game, but he still did a good job. Mark has a charity that we do every 2 weeks here. We raise $10,000 for a different charity here in Southern Nevada, and we hit that goal for 9 years. He raised a few $1 million already. This Monday's charity is Citizens Foundation, a United Citizens Foundation. So, guys, the theme this week is Elvis. So some of the best entertainers in Vegas, the strip headlines, will be doing Elvis songs. Go to www.mondaysdark.com, stream it. All the money goes to charity. You'll love the entertainment, but Mark is a pisser. If you think I'm nuts and off the cuff, you ain't seen nothing yet. What?
Are you gonna wear your Elvis costume?
I'm gonna wear my Elvis costume, and then later that night, that's gonna be my well present to you.
And your blue suede
and my blue suede shoes. Dion and I will be there. Some of the biggest names in Vegas are gonna be there, so do that. I'm already over 2 minutes. I know that, Kevin. You don't have to remind me. All right, real quick, guys. Later today, I will be hosting the MLB show. Thursday, we have the college football forecast and the Sports Memo Today show. That Dan is doing some great work over there. Friday, the Family Affair show with Ralph and Jeff Michaels. They joined Dion and myself. And the Pro Football Forecast show Friday afternoon. So tune in to Sports Memo TV for the best betting insights and more free winners than Deshaun Watson has plaintiffs. I tried to get away with that. Guys, subscribe to Sports Memo TV and don't miss any of our amazing content. Right around 2.5 minutes, Kevin. I did pretty good. We might have to time that later. Guys, we have a great show today. Dion's got a discount she wants to tell everybody about. We're going to go right into some free winners today. Dion, it's all you, babe.
Thank you. So in honor of my birthday week, the great folks over at Sports Memo have a great discount going on right now for myself. You can get a 7-day all-access pass for just $59. All you have to do is use code BDAY7 upon checkout.
There you go, guys. So without any further ado, we've got free winners, baseball, football, soccer, you name it. It doesn't get better than the first family show to kick off your day. Guys, let's face it. When Joe D'Amico hits the green button and we go live, you don't need any coffee. I'll tell you that. We'll rev you up. We got the best collection of cappers on the planet. We're going to start off with one of the best there is, Don Buster. Don is a perennial leaderboard fixture over at Sports Memo, as you all know, in multiple sports, you know. And he does all the main sports. He also does stuff like golf. He's all over the leaderboards. I love Don. You love Don. And I'll tell you what, in another few weeks from now, we're going to be keeping Don to his word of doing NHL every week because he is one of the best I've ever seen on the ice. But right now, he's going to tell you about a few things he's got going on the premium side, and he's got another free best bet for you today. Don, the floor is yours, sir.
Well, thanks, Joe and Dionne. And yes, happy birthday week, Dionne. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it very much being in Vegas there. On the premium side, we're one of the $2 handicappers. So we have a 5% play out on Saturday in college or football, our first 5% play. And you can get our play along with Jesse's and Rob's play for $5, all three. And we're all doing very well in for starting the year in football. So go over to Sports Memo and grab that those three plays for $5. Tonight, we're going to go on the over in the Jays in the Phillies game. We actually played the over last night's game, and they combined for 29 runs. Very, very nice to have a nice little rocking chair winner like that. Don't expect 29 runs tonight, but I do expect a lot of runs again tonight. Both clubs are fighting for a playoff spot, so that's the runs will continue. They both have great offenses, and once they both get going like they have of late, that's when they'll be scoring a bunch of runs. Kevin Gausman starts for Toronto tonight, and it almost looks like he's starting to run out of gas a bit. And I know he's a veteran, but I mean, and he has pitched a lot of innings before, but he just doesn't look good at all here in the month of September. He's got a 5.68 ERA this month. The last two games were really nasty looking, and I think Philadelphia will get their runs on him tonight. Zach Wheeler starts for the Phillies, and this is going to be Zach's first start since August 20th. He's been injured, and now he makes his first start. But before the injury, he wasn't pitching that well at all. In fact, his last 3 starts before the injury, he had a 5.71 ERA. And there's a couple more problems for Philadelphia in this game. The last time Zach pitched against the Blue Jays was July 13th. He allowed 6 runs in 4 2/3 innings. Also, since Wheeler will be his first start, and he's a premium pitcher for the Phillies, he'll be on a pitch count for sure. So that means you get into the bullpen, you might see another starter or picking up a couple innings here and there. But at the end of the day, that's all bad for Philadelphia, as we saw last night as the Blue Jays put up 18 on them. So getting to that bullpen is nice as well. Also, again, every little thing helps when you're betting these totals. The wind's blowing out tonight at Citizen Bank Park, so that's going to help. And as always, guys, always have to have a little trend. The over is 9-3 the last 12 games in Philadelphia between these clubs. Now, right now, this total is at 8, which to me, it should have been 8.5 right off the bat. It is juiced up at 8. It will be 8.5 by game time. So grab this early once you see this.
Oh, we lost Don.
We lost Don.
Wait,
There he is.
There you go. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Go ahead, Don. I'm sorry. Little technical issue.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I was finished. So my play at the end of the day was Philly-Toronto over 8.
There you go, sports fans. Don Buster brings a little charm to the show, a little technical issue. Don Buster says Phillies, Jays over 8. He's doing great work. Go follow him over at SportsMemo. We have the best customer appreciation discounts in this business. Go follow Don, whether it's a 3, a 7, a 30. I'll tell you right now, whatever package you follow Don with, you'll come back for a longer stay. He'll make a believer out of you. My friends, Don's going to stick around for a bit because, like I said at the top of the show, one of the classiest guys I know. He likes to stick around and give his support always to any of the other panelists, and I love him. We love him for that. Guys, Dion D'Amico won another free play yesterday, and I got to tell you, her free plays so far this week, I think you were 4-0 on Monday, 1-0 yesterday, 1-0 yesterday. We went back for like 6 weeks. Her free plays are hitting like 80-something%. If her free plays are going to hit like that, what do you think her premium plays are going to do for you? Right now, she's doing college and pro football. Another few more weeks, she's going to hit the ice in hockey. I love that. And we've got basketball, NBA starting very, very soon.
Looking forward to that.
This is a time where you can take advantage of this great discount, the birthday discount. 7 days, $59. Use code BDAY7. Maybe come on board for a short stay. Get your bankroll up with Dion. Come back for a longer stay. Dion has got some things she wants to tell you about on the premium side. And a nice free play win, another free play win for you today. It's her birthday. She's so damn cute. Guy, and the funny thing is, guys, we talk about it. She changes her hair every single day. And it's kind of fun from a guy point of view. You guys know what I mean. It's like having that variety without,
Trying to stay young.
You don't try to. You're either young or you're not young or you're young. God darn, I'm going to have to go get hair transplants. Anyway, guys, I love her. You love her. The first lady of Las Vegas. Dion, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And as Joey did mention, I did win another free play yesterday for everybody on the show. I also had a nice big winner on the premium side yesterday with the Mets. Today, I have isolated just one big winner on the diamond in my MLB double play. My double plays are twice as strong as any regular game that I release. So in honor of my birthday week, you can get a 7-day all access for $59. All you have to do is use code BDAY7 upon checkout to get that amazing special. So for my free play today, we're going to go to a matchup of American League powerhouses. Guys, the Tampa Bay Rays are a good baseball team. But this time of year, there's a big difference between a good baseball team and a very good baseball team. Make no mistake of it. The Houston Astros are a very good baseball team. Houston has taken games 1 and 2 of this series with authority, blanking Tampa Bay by a combined score of 9-0. You may ask why the Astros still want to keep their foot on the gas. Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, the Yankees have started to heat up, and Houston doesn't want to relinquish the number 1 seed in the American League spot, just in case they have to face New York down the road in the playoffs. Number 2, they want to hit 100 wins in their regular season. Tampa Bay, they have played solid baseball all season long. They currently own a wild card spot just by a half a game. A lot of things could happen in the last few weeks of the regular season, guys. A lot of things, let me tell you. What's really compelled me today to side with the Astros is the starting pitchers. Lance McCullers and Corey Kluber are scheduled. McCullers, he is 3-1 with a 2.34 ERA on the campaign and has not allowed more than 3 runs in any of his appearances since his return to action. Kluber, he comes off 2 atrocious starts, allowing 10 earned runs in just 5.4 innings pitched. Just over his last 3 returns, he is 1-2 with a 6.75 ERA. The Astros, they're 4-1 in the last 5 in Tampa Bay, 10-1 the last 11 on the road, and 4-0 the last 4 versus right-handed starters. So I'm going to go ahead and take Houston in today's matchup.
First lady of Las Vegas is take the Astros. She's been on fire with her free plays, and she's doing pretty darn good in the premium plays too. Take the Astros, take it to the bank. Even more importantly, go take advantage of this huge birthday discount. 7 days for Dion, $59 after the show. Use code BDAY7. By the way, Dan, that was a really good analysis. It's a really good breakdown. And I am impressed with the breakdown. Your analysis are really spot on. They're great. And I'll tell you, they're becoming they're very in depth, and you got great angles. And what I'm most impressed with is that you said the word relinquished correctly. Dion's got that Chicago drawl, and there's certain words that we have fun with in the house. Say aluminum.
Aluminum.
Synonym?
Synonym.
Synonym. I got it. Guys, we do this all the time. We have a lot of fun. But follow Dion. You'll follow her to the bank. Let's go to the Greek god of soccer. Unfortunately, Kim Kardashian is brokenhearted. He broke up with her last week. But I hear he's dating BB Rexa now, so that's pretty good. Cardi B is on deck. Cardi B is on deck.
I'm going to have to Google that.
You'll like BB Rexa, trust me. If you like Kim and her accents, Kim leaned down. According to Pavlos, Kim leaned down a little too much. She lost some of her posterior there, and he's no longer into her. You'll like BB Rexa, trust me. And we got Cardi B on deck. I heard she's waiting in the wings. She's batting on deck.
She's too loud. She's too loud. I can't stand Cardi B.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, Pavlos is doing great. Every time he's on the show, I get a lot more educated when it comes to soccer. I may be in this business since I'm 10 years old with football sheets in the schoolyard, but I know very little about soccer. But over the last 6-8 months that I've been that Pavlos has been joining us on these shows, I've learned quite a bit. And not only have I learned quite a bit, I believe I'm either 12-0 or 13-0 on the bets that I have put in that I've taken from Pavlos here on this show. And I got to tell you, I'll put my stats and my reputation and my history and documentation numbers against anybody who's in the business. But when somebody like me that's been doing this long can learn and listen to someone else in the business, that tells you that so can you guys. I'm going to tell you right now. Listen, I'm not a doctor. I won't take out my own appendix. I go to a good doctor when I'm sick. I don't know anything about stocks. I got a great stockbroker. Why? Because I don't have the time or the energy or the background in stocks to sniff that out. This is what I do. This is who I am. But even I can go to someone like Pavlos. He's as good as I've ever seen in any one sport. He kills it in soccer. He's going to tell you about a few premium things he's got going on. I got to tell you, his 10% plays, oh, my God, off the charts. And he's going to tell you another free winner. Pavlos, the floor is yours.
Okay, first I'm gonna start with a couple of plays that I have loaded at my page. As I said, club action is off, but we do have action in South America, and it's been going really well with these South American plays: Colombia, Paraguay, Costa Rica, you name it, Uruguay. So I have a 4% best bet in Colombia going live for tonight. I have a 4% Nations League best bet for tonight, and some props. And actually, one of these props is gonna be my free play for tonight. I got more plays being loaded for tonight's matches, and there is UEFA Nations League matches going tomorrow, the day after, and for the next 5 or so days. So there is a lot of action, and here I'm going to give you guys a player prop from the match between Scotland and Ukraine going live at 2:45 p.m. Eastern tonight or today. So I'm going to take John McGinn to record one or more shot on target at plus 100 even money. I think that's a steal, to be honest. This is a very important match for the two sides because it's a UEFA Nations League match, and Ukraine are sitting at the top with 7 points. Scotland are second with 6 points. Ireland are third with 4 points, and Armenia are fourth with 3 points. Now, Ukraine, if they get a draw here, they'll seriously increase their chances to take the top spot and be promoted to the higher league. Now, Scotland, the two teams actually met in this venue a couple of months ago for the World Cup qualifiers. Ukraine beat Scotland at home on Scottish ground by 3-1. Of course, they were eliminated from the World Cup right after, but the Scottish will surely want to get revenge here. And here's interesting stuff. This player, John McGinn, he plays in the EPL for for Aston Villa, and his natural position is a holding midfielder. So the guy plays mostly defense. But when he plays for his national team, his Scotland, they use him as a playmaker. They use him like an offensive, sometimes as a second striker. So the guy isn't too keen on playing defense when he plays for the national team. And when you see his stats, they're really quite eye-popping. In the last 3 matches in the Nations League, John McGinn has 1 goal and 2 assists. In 2 matches, international friendlies, right before that, all matches in 2022, right? He had a goal and assist in 2 matches. Then in 2022 again, in the World Cup qualifiers, in 10 matches with Scotland, he had 4 goals and 1 assist. So this is a guy who really usually tests his shots. He has a mean shot. He can shoot with the left. He can shoot with the right. Nobody really expects him to shoot, but he does shoot a lot, and he does score a lot of goals with his national team. Now, Scotland is a team that doesn't really have a lot of talent. Yes, they have maybe 4 or 5 good players, but he is one of the best. And Scotland is not like the team that has a mean striker who scores goals and they just feed him balls and try to get the best out of it. They need teamwork in order to score goals. And John McGinn has been influential. So I like him to score at any time at plus 450, but I like even more John McGinn to have 1 or more shots on target at even money.
There you go. Sports fans, great stuff from the Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos. Guys, Pavlos is the best I've ever seen in soccer. I'm going to keep praising him and praising him and praising him, not just because he's got all the Kardashian sisters just pining after him, but because he is the best I've ever seen. After the show, go follow Pavlos. I'm telling you right now, you will follow him to the bank. Thank you, Pavlos. Pavlos is going to stick around too. Guys, Kevin Thomas is one of the reasons why I get up so early in this business. People ask me all the time on social media. I'll be honest with you. God, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. Why are you up so early? And I always say because just about everybody isn't up in this business. So I got to put in the time so I can achieve my goals of being one of the best in the business. Kevin is one of the reasons he motivates me to get up earlier and work harder because he is a perennial leaderboard fixture. And, I'm glad that I'm on this panel with him every week. And I share other panels here on SportsMemo. Kevin and I have been working together for a long time, and I don't know if I've ever told him this, but he is one of the reasons why I get my ass up so early, because I want to keep up with Kevin and some of the other great cappers here at SportsMemo. So my name is above the leaderboards, but no matter what I do, man, I have to keep up with Kevin. He sets that bar, and he does a great job in multiple sports. So, Kevin, I don't know if I've ever told you that, but you're a big reason why I get my ass up so early and work my ass so hard because I want to keep up with you. And it makes me a better capper for it. But, it's like saying, we'll talk about the Yankees. Yeah, I want to talk to you about the Yankees after Europe free play. But it's like saying, well, other teams in the AL East go, we got to keep up with the Yankees. The Yankees are always the Yankees, and Kevin Thomas is always Kevin Thomas. He's doing some great work over at SportsMemo on multiple sports. He's going to tell you what he's excited about on the premium side. But he's got a nice NFL free winner for you. Kevin, it's all you.
Thank you, Joe. Some kind words. I mean, I wake up 10 minutes before game and flip a coin, so thank you. I mean, I try to put no work in as possible, but I appreciate that. And, I'll get right to that free winner. Yeah, I'm looking at the AFC North here. I know last week we had a great showdown with Mahomes and Herbert. We're getting Mitch Trubisky and Jacoby Brissett this week, which is ungodly, not the best matchup we want to see for quarterbacks, but it is an AFC North game, and these games are probably some of the hardest hitting, best games to watch. I mean, if you saw week 1 with the Steelers and Bengals, I had the Steelers, but I kind of was thinking the Bengals, maybe because of the Super Bowl hiccup, but it was more I was looking at Burrows. He really didn't have a preseason, had that little surgery done. So that was his preseason. So I went with the Steelers, think it'd be a close game, and I won that one. But what I'm looking at here is what they've done. The Steelers lost TJ Watt, and that's huge. And if you look, they played the Patriots right after that. Damian Harris, 71 yards on the ground. We all know the Browns want to run the ball. They want to run the ball, to pass it twice, to run it even more. And they've had success running it. I mean, Chubb had 3 touchdowns against the Jets, but they allowed the Jets to beat them at home 31-30. Joe Flacco under center. You look at this Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers, you got Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and Pickens. I mean, these 3 guys are as good or better, I think better than the Jets wide receivers. And I think Mitch Trubisky can hit them. I think he can hit the slant routes, and I think they can go wild because we have no Greedy Williams out. We got no Clowney for the pass rush. The Browns are lacking in defense. If you look at their injury report, it is twice the size of the Steelers. But the Browns are at home and kind of a must win. The Steelers already got that one divisional win. The Browns need a divisional win. They don't want to keep slipping. I know they're all waiting on Deshaun Watson, but that's week 13. That's a long ways away. So they need to at least have above 500 record if they want to see the playoffs. So this is a big game at home for them. I just don't think they can slow the Steelers down. And this total set at 38. You look at the first 2 week Thursdays, under, and we're talking about the Rams and Bills. We're talking about great teams, great quarterbacks. And then next week, under. This is going to go over. Historically, these games always go under between these two. But if you're betting, like, if you look at me and you like the Sharps, I'm going to go over here. I just think that's just way too low. I think Mitch Trubisky can at least get 200 yards in this game, and I think Deontay Johnson has a big game here. And then on the other side, the Browns, they went and got Amari Cooper for a reason. I don't know if he's going to have a big game. I think Fitzpatrick will be all over him. But then you got to look at Peoples Pope. He's going to be running wild. He'll have some free routes to run there. If the Steelers can't get the pass rush, which I don't think they will, but they can block the holes, I still think Chubb and Hunt getting the swing passes make this total go over 38. I think maybe more like 42.
Sports fans, Kevin Thomas is over 38 here. Great breakdown, great analysis. As usual, Kevin, it's what we've come to expect from you. Guys, this is over here. He's doing great work, college and pro football, baseball, on the league board all season long. Go follow Kevin after the show. You're going to follow him to the bank. Guys, after my free play, I have a question for each Pavlos, a specific question to Pavlos, Don, and Kevin. So be sure to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I know I give you a headache, but you're going to want to stay in. Guys, Pavlos, Kevin, and Don will be right back. Let me tell you guys, real quick, my Twitter account, right around 3,000. I just started promoting it the last few months. If I hit 3,100 viewers by Sunday, 3,100 followers, by Sunday, next week on the First Family Show, I will give out an extra bonus free play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, real quick, not another analysis, but a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Help me hit 3,100. Now, before I give out my free play for today, I said it before and I said it again. This time of year, you must be selective in baseball. That's the reason why I'm 5-0, my last 5 MLB premium releases in 2 weeks. I put out 5 games in 2 weeks. I'm 5-0. Guys, I'd rather go 5-0 than go 20-15 with juice and aggravation. 5-0 in 2 weeks. I know I've been not putting games out every day, but I'm putting out games that I think have a very high percentage of winning. All right, today I continue to stay hot on the diamond, my MLB Grand Slam play. My Grand Slams are on a 16-6 run this season alone. The last 5 years documented over 75%. Get on my hot streak, get paid, hit a Grand Slam. I have it posted right now at SportsMemo for just $10. Guys, I also have another 10% play going this weekend. That'll be put up later today with 2 5% plays in football. Now, best big game hunter on the planet, unrivaled in 5% plays. But I will tell you, 2022, I am 15-1 in 10% releases. I will have another 10% and 2 5s between tonight and tomorrow morning, just to be honest. I work with some of the biggest line moving crews in the world. I'm waiting for some lines to move before I start posting those plays. This way you get an extra half point to a point advantage. Having said that, guys, I did drop a free play yesterday. I think I won 7 straight free plays on the show. I did drop, but save the flavor because we're going to start a new hot streak today. Let's go to the National League where New York visits American Family Field to take on Milwaukee in Game 3 of the series. You know, after months in which they played some great baseball all season long, the Mets should be in a position right now to coast until the end of the regular season. However, having the Braves just 1 game behind them in the NL East is not allowing them to do so. This is a team that's running red hot, winning 6 straight outings. This does include games 1 and 2 of this series by a combined score of 14-7. Now, I understand that Milwaukee is just outside the cusp of making the postseason, 2.5 games back of a wild card spot. You know, they too have played some good baseball for most of the season, and they've given St. Louis a real run for their money in the Central. But let's face it, for months now, it's been a 2-horse race, that division. Having said that, but going against a team that's been ranked in the top 10, both offensively and on the mound since April, is not going to bode well for the Brewers here again today. The Mets have been killing it. And today, Taijuan Walker goes up against Adrian Hauser. The New York righty, 12-4 on the campaign, 3.42. Over his last 3 turns, he's 2-1 with a 3.26 ERA. And believe it or not, I double and triple check this. Believe it or not, guys, during day games this season, he's a perfect 7-0 with an anemic ERA of 1.23 during day games. Wow. On the other hand, Hauser comes off one of his poorest outings of the campaign. He allowed 4 runs in just 3 innings pitched, but the team did get a win over the Yankees less than a week ago, so we got an ND and no decision. Overall in the campaign, the Brewers right-hander owns a 6-9 mark with an ERA of 4.85. Let's go to some trends and streaks that supports why I'm going with New York today. The Mets, 20-7, the last 27 versus the NL Central, 4-0 the last 4 on the road. They're running red hot. They need every win they can get, and they will continue their winning ways here today. Take the Mets, come right out. It's an old New York song. Guys, I like the Mets. I've got my play for tonight already posted. Like I said, $10. I got a question for each one of our guys real quick before we say goodbye. Run down the free plays and say goodbye. Pavlos, you mentioned league play is not going on this week. Is that correct? I'm sorry, you're muted. You're muted.
Yes. We don't have any club action, at least in Europe, but there is some club action in South America.
For those people out there that are new to soccer, club action, America, for us, what should we know about it?
Well, the club, the season starts in early August and finishes on May. But sometimes you got these international breaks where they have to play for the national team. So the clubs can play without most of their players. So we have these small international breaks for about 7 to 10 days. And this is the first of the season. That's why we will be looking at international matches between, international teams, the national teams. But again, there's still a lot of action going on in South America.
All right. Thank you, Paulo. Because that cleared it up for me a little bit. I was a little fuzzy. Don, I want to ask you something. You're one of the sharpest guys I know, and I know how much you love and watch a lot of football games. This morning's front page, Las Vegas Review-Journal, Carr still learning the stages. Why is the Las Vegas quarterback still learning the stages? He's been the quarterback there for a couple of years. Why? I understand Vegas is a local paper, and they're looking to pat his bottom a little bit. This way, the fans here in Vegas stay excited. This is a guy that should have learned the stages by now. What's your take on them and the Raiders?
Well, the Raiders, I guess they don't know how to finish games at the end of the day. I don't know if, they also, there's a new coach in town, so that might have something to do with it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Carr's been always up and down. He might come out against Tennessee this weekend and have a fantastic game, and everybody's going to forget about that. But at the end of the day, they could easily be 2-0 and they're 0-2. So is it always on the quarterback? He gets the blame for it, but there's other problems obviously that they had, and it showed against Arizona. They didn't have that kill. You're up 20-0. You got to win that game. I mean, you got to finish that game. They never finished that game. So I think there's more problems than Carr. I
would agree with you, but I was at that game. I saw the tide turning in the second quarter. I saw the tide turning in the second quarter while it was still up 20-0. But, the line of scrimmage. But I think I don't think he makes very good decisions. And I do think, moreover than him, which he does have a hand in this, but the coaching staff, their play calling was just atrocious. Even in the first half, things were going their way and they were up 20-0. But I saw the tide turn. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I figured it out. But I saw the tide turning, the line of scrimmage, and some bad play calling, but things did go their way. So you knew that 1 or 2 plays where the momentum shifts, they're in trouble. Thank you, Don. Guys, Kevin Thomas is one of the sharpest guys in sports betting today, and he knows baseball just about as good or better than anybody that I know. I want to ask him this. All over the papers today, once again, Aaron Judge, he's the first Yankee to possibly, because he owns the lead in all 3 Triple Crown categories. First time since Mickey Mantle. First time since, I think, Cabrera in the early 2000s. Actually, I got to pull that. Actually could win the Triple Crown. Does he win the Triple Crown? Does he exceed the home run record? There's a 3-part. And are the Yankees still done? Do you think that they're going to be outplayed by Houston down the road, or do they still have a shot at the American League pennant?
I think yes and yes for the first 2. I think baseball needs it. We talked about earlier, you asked me if he was going to break the home run record, and I said I didn't think so. And then I changed my mind. I said he needs to. baseball wants to change everything. They want to make the bases bigger. They want to. I'm hearing stories of maybe a bigger ball. They want home runs. With what they want to do with the shift and not have it. I mean, it's crazy what they want to do to baseball to get the fans there, and maybe slow make the game a little bit quicker and stuff. They want more steals. They want more home runs. They need him to break the records. They need him to get the triple. They need him to do everything. The Yankees, on the other hand, I don't know. The Astros have caught fire. It's going to be tough. I don't think the sport needs the Yankees. I know you need the Yankees to be there. I don't know if the sport needs it, but there are a ton of Yankee fans. I think they're kind of like the Dallas Cowboys of football. You either love them or you hate them. They're kind of like America. They're kind of like America's team. I'm just not a fan because I'm jealous because they sink the money in. They get the players. They've done it for years now. They always seem to get under the cap. They seem to do everything they need to do to get the guys there to make a competitive team. I always thought the problem is with coaching. I'm not sold on Boone being a great coach. He just has great players. Look at Girardi when he was there. He won it all and came to Philly and he looked horrible. If you have a great team and great players, you can win. So I'm not sold. I still think the Astros, what's that Baker out there, I think they might be the better all-around team.
I would agree with you. I am a Yankee fan. I think that they still need to clear out and get the American League East under their belt, because it's still really, it's the last few weeks of the season, anything can happen. I think if they do that and how they do that and see how their pitching goes, as far as, the hitting and this and that, I think Aaron Judge would have had over 50 no matter what this season. I think he's playing good. I think that no matter what, people are saying, he's going to leave. He ain't leaving. He's going to stay in New York. They're going to offer him a record contract. He'll be the king of the biggest city in the world on the biggest team on the planet. And he will do it. And I'm not saying sports fans, I'm a huge Jeter fan. I can say he's going to do what Jeter did, but he's going to take over those shoes that Jeter left behind, leaving the team when he retired, being a Yankee for his whole career, putting up great numbers, being a home run hitter. Please understand, New York loves their home run hitters. Every era since the 1930s, this team has had home run hitters. Even when they were in the bottom of the barrel in the early 80s, they had home run hitters. They had Mattingly, then Winfield. They had guys that could hit the long ball, and they always liked the home run hitters. But I love the team. I'm going to root for them. I want to see how they finish out the season, but I'm always going to root for them. Sports fans, let me run down the free plays real quick. Let's go to Don Buster. What did you have for everybody today, buddy?
I've got Toronto, Philadelphia over 8.
Dion?
Astros today.
My good friend Pavlos?
In the match between Scotland and Ukraine in the Nations League tonight, I have John McGinn to record 1 or more shots on target at even money.
Great stuff. Kevin Thomas?
I have the Brown Steelers over 38 for Thursday, and I have a top investment over there on the game itself. So check that out.
Go over after the show. Follow our guys. Your sexy and savory host said the Mets minus 130. By the way, Pavlos, when I came to you, all of a sudden a light lit up like you were on stage. I love it. His special effects are the best, man. I need to get that. Unless he's so cool, the son follows him when he's about ready to talk. Guys, Dion's got a discount. We're going to head on out here. Thank you for tuning in. Dion, take it away.
Yeah, and don't forget to take advantage of that birthday discount that I have going on right now. You can get a 7-day all access for $59. All you have to do is use code BDAY7 upon checkout.
Real quick, guys, before we do go, the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet are at SportsMemo. We want you to follow the SportsMemo Twitter page. Let me get rid of that. The SportsMemo Twitter page, because we each post tons of free content. You get futures, you get odds, you get great columns. A lot of our cappers are writing columns now. Go follow them. Also, Dion.
And also make sure that you follow all of the guests on the First Family Show. You can find Pavlos at Pauly_WT. You can find Kevin over at Kevin Thomas 04. Don over at Don_Buster. You can find myself over at the First Lady of Vegas, and Joe over at Joe D'Amico Wins. And don't forget to tune in to all of SportsMemo TV shows for a ton of free winners and some great betting insights as well. And on behalf of SportsMemo, Don, Kevin, Pavlos, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.